Happy Friday. So this week I've been talking about resilience. I've talked about the predicament, which is a lack of understanding what resilience really is in the workplace. The definition of it as a process, the parameters that will guide you to put in an effective solution, the precursor being removal of mental health in the workplace. And I've talked about 2 books I wrote back in 2020. And there's lots of other good guidance out there. But when you're looking at guidance, make sure that it meets the needs of all the individuals in the organisation and it's contextual. So there's 20 superpowers for individuals that will address whatever situation they find themselves in. Whether they need to be adaptive, they need more self-belief, they need to solve a problem, they need to be able to empathise. There are 20 superpowers to pull on. And you may pull on 2 or 1 or 3. Up to you. When I was writing the book for individuals, it became pretty clear to me I needed to write an accompanying book for leaders. So for example, one of the superpowers for individuals is to be your authentic self. It's called the revealer. To, if you don't understand something, able to speak up and say, I don't get it. Or how did we come about that decision? Whatever it might be. Being authentic, not hiding behind a persona. That's fine, isn't it? But what if that person then says, okay, yeah, I'm going to be my authentic self, and says to the boss in the next meeting, what was the process to come up with that decision? And they get shot down. How dare you question the decision that's been made? So there has to be a superpower for leaders that creates the situation for that person to be safe. And that's about psychological safety. And the superpower for the leader is called the caretaker. And again, in this week's newsletter, I've put in all the superpowers that leaders have access to, 20 of them, to create the right environment for everyone in the organisation to be able to be resilient. So things like identifying low resilience and being able to act, reinforcing the right behaviours, inclusivity, being able to reflect, removing the stigma I talked about, creating an environment of innovation, being personally accountable, promoting self-care, and so on. So the leader, if you're a leader, you will use the book for individuals to have the superpowers to help you as an individual be resilient. But as a leader, you also need to have the superpowers that will create the environment for everybody to be resilient in your team.